What's going on, Sunstar Squad? We're currently on the road heading to West Virginia. Can't remember the exact name of the town. I know I'm staying in Clarksburg, West Virginia, which is a little bit south of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Got about 4 hours left in our drive right now. We're just a little bit south of Columbus. But we're going to go meet up with the Splitline guys, do their show tonight, which airs, I believe, every Wednesday. They try to make it every Wednesday at 8 p.m. on their YouTube and their Facebook, and then it's also available for download on, I know, at least Spotify, but I believe all the major podcast networks. I used to listen to it on Spotify before they started doing the live shows. Now I just watch them live. Me and my kids like listening to them while we're getting ready for bed. We'll see how it goes, meeting up with them for dinner, and then we're going to do the show. I'm going to try to vlog as much as I can. I know usually when I run into these guys at the tracks, we have a good time, so it should be fun. It'll be a different experience for me. I have been on Hardcore Harvey's Life Behind the Pros podcast. I used to do a podcast, but it's always different doing somebody else's podcast, especially when it's live. And I'm co-hosting, I'm not just a guest. So we'll see how it all works out. Like I said, we're going to try to vlog it as best as we can. I don't know what to think. Not going to lie, slightly nervous. By the time you guys see this, the podcast would have been out for about a week. I'm not going to be at any tracks this weekend, so I guess we'll just vlog the other stuff that we do. I'm not 100% certain what I'm going to get into this weekend, but it'll be something. So we'll keep the cameras rolling. I did finally get some new editing software. This video that you're watching now should actually be edited for audio, video, all the fun stuff on something other than Microsoft Video Editor, because Microsoft Video Editor only allows me to do hard cuts and splice some stuff in. It doesn't allow me to do any transitions, no audio stuff, anything like that. It's very basic. And we're going to try out a new one here for this vlog. I do have DaVinci Resolve at my house, but it's a lot of work editing these videos and getting everything put so that it's actually palatable. The last two have been a little rough, but I've been trying to figure out everything that kind of works, not just for me and not for you guys, but also for Sunstar, kind of what they want to see out of everything. So we've been trying out some new stuff, different stuff. Just bear with us while we get through it. We'll see how it all works out, though. Not going to quit doing it, so hopefully you guys like it. But right now, if you guys have never driven through Ohio or Indiana or even parts of Pennsylvania, this is all it is. Fields, pretty flat roads, and fairly boring drives. But it could be worse. I lived out west for a long time, out in the Mojave Desert. It could be anything from West Texas all the way to the Pacific Ocean, which is nothing but flat deserts. Everything looks the same. You drive for 8 hours and you swear you haven't even gone a foot. But we'll see. So far, so good. I am looking forward to the GNCC season getting back underway at the Mountaineer. I wish I could be there this weekend. Unfortunately, with me being in West Virginia both Wednesday and Thursday, I do want to jam back, hang out with my kids. I do have a rare off weekend of racing, running 2 series, plus doing a lot of stuff for the shop. From February to about mid-November, I only get about 3 weekends off. So on those 3 weekends, I do like to kind of chill with my family, hang out with the little guys, go have some fun, maybe go to an arcade or drive some go-karts or something like that. Who knows? But we'll see how it all works out. We might end up maybe going to ride just up at the local small guy off-road park, see what's going on. But we'll keep you guys updated throughout this trip. Like I said, I got about 4 hours left and nobody to talk to except for you guys. So hopefully it doesn't get too weird. Well, just pulled into West Virginia.
West Virginia.
Northwest, just.
I don't know. Looks a lot like Ohio to me so far. But we'll see how it goes. Drive's going all right so far, I guess. So we got about an hour and a half left. But just stopped and got some lunch. Not trying to push too hard. Take my time, get out there so I'm not tired for tonight. We'll see though. I don't know what there is to do in Clarksburg, West Virginia on a Wednesday night or a Wednesday afternoon, so we'll get something sorted out. Oh man, that deer got destroyed. Don't think I could put it on video though. PETA might freak out or something. I don't know. I didn't do it, but somebody did. See how it goes though. Got about 81 miles left, so until we stop for the next time. Still just driving. Got about 45 minutes left. I've lost all phone service, so I'm just kind of riding around in the silence, listening to the old diesel hum and some pretty rowdy hills here, so you get a little bit turbo whistle or the engine brake going down the other side. But the skies are starting to look a little ominous. Rodney was hoping to ride some mountain bikes, but it's not looking very promising. And to be honest with you, I didn't bring my mountain bike either. But it'll be fun. I do want to come back out here and at least do a track 93 and then a Mountain State Hare Scramble ride with them. Hopefully next year my schedule's not as busy running the 2 series plus a handful of nationals and then going to a bunch of like local motos and state motos and stuff like that. So I'll get to go have some more fun doing that kind of stuff. We'll see how it works out. But so far so good. We're just rolling around, watching this water truck in front of me bomb the hills as fast as he can, and then trying to pass people going up the hill on the other side. Sometimes he'll get it, a lot of times he don't though. But hopefully he's got baffles in that thing, so otherwise that could turn out real bad real quick for him. It's all up and down hills and fairly sharp turns, so I hate to see something bad happen to him. But at any rate, if I run into anything else, I'll flip on the old camera. Maybe can find a pretty decent lookout at the top of one of these hills, because West Virginia is pretty beautiful, just for those of you that haven't been through it. But if we see something, I'll let you know. See? It ain't bad to look at out here. Just a random little conglomerate of houses or whatever they are up there. But it's interesting terrain around here, so figured I'd let y'all see it. What's up, guys? Back in the truck. I got checked in. Ended up meeting up with Rodney for dinner at one of his local haunts that I guess him and Brandon used to go to after they raced. Just down the street here, I guess there's a track. I doubt they're doing anything on a Wednesday night or a Thursday morning while I'm in town. But now we're out here following Rodney and his boy Nolan. We're going to follow them back to the house where they do the podcast and see how it goes from there. Not going to lie, I am a little nervous. These guys are pretty good at their stats and remember who finished what, where, when, how, all that stuff. I just never remember that stuff. I remember what races were good and what races weren't, but I can't remember who finished where, when, and that kind of stuff. So hopefully I don't make a complete fool out of myself. Like I said, by the time you're watching this, I would have already been on the show and they'd be getting ready for the next one. So we'll see how it goes. What's the worst that can happen? You know, I have a little fun and I end up just making a joke rather than answering a question. That's if you ask my wife, she'll tell you I'm real good at that. But I'll catch up with you guys whenever we get to the house and get settled in and figure everything out. Finally made it. I'm in the room with the bear. If you've ever seen the show, then you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, then you should probably figure out what I'm talking about. But I'll give you a little sneak peek real quick. There's a bear in here. And it wears Oakley glasses, or goggles. And it's got a sweet Sunstar hat. It's pretty sweet.
All right, before we forget, how are we going to do this? I have been wanting to take a picture, like, you know how Pulp does pictures of the guest? I want to do that with the bear every show. Would you mind if I take your picture with the bear?
No, let's do it.
That was hilarious, by the way. That video you sent me.
Oh, yeah. With the ginger billy.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, yeah. Bear with a bear.
But see, here's what I have running on this. I have this iRun webcam hooked up to the phone, and then I have an Audacity that we record from. And then go to the internet and we go from Restream. And that's pretty much everything right there.
I'm pretty familiar with Restream. Is there a way that you can... Have you tried hooking the iPhone up to the Restream stream? So then you don't have to run that extra program in the back?
Yes,
because it's not a real webcam, it didn't work.
Yes. So are you saying a webcam will be better than the iPhone camera? Okay.
At least then you
and
don't have
they're
to
not
run
that
enough.
expensive.
No, I think I got mine. It's a Microsoft 1080p 60 frames per second. It was like $60.
Really?
Amazon is your friend when you're doing this stuff.
Yeah. I'm going to.
And then I have a nice DSLR camera that I take all the pictures at the Nationals with.
Yeah.
I've tried using that, and I've tried using GoPros, and it's just not the same, man. The webcam is so much easier.
Right. Webcams are.
The nice thing about a webcam is you can throw it up on that thing, get you a 10-foot USB, you can put it anywhere. Or you could even hang it from the ceiling.
Yeah. Yeah. That
Put
would,
like one here and one there.
So during this time of year when I'm like mowing, driving school bus, and everything,
Yeah,
like
there's not
it's
time for
not
shit.
time. But like when mowing season's over, like that's when I finished all
Yeah.
of this inside. As soon as mowing season's over, I'm going to get back on it, like in the middle of the day, in between my
Yeah.
routes.
And that's, you could even, depending on how often, like, I love when people are in with you guys, especially like Devin, because you guys have a really
Yeah.
good rapport with Devin.
Yeah.
You know, you could almost come right off of that junction box and just make like a little mount
Yeah.
and hang one here, and then if you put like one on either side, so depending on who's talking, you can switch.
Yeah.
Because there's sometimes, like, I can't remember the two fellas that you just had in here, but when they were talking, because of the way they were sitting, it was really hard to, like, pay attention because you couldn't see them.
Right. Right. But here's the thing. I would like to find somebody that would be willing to come in with us and be the producer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I live too far away.
I know. And if you didn't, you would be.
I would be down, dude. Like, I actually, in fact, like, good morning, Sunstar Squad. Thursday morning. Did the show last night. I didn't record really anything in the show or anything in the show because it's streamed live. After the stream is done, it still gets put back up on Splitline's Facebook and their YouTube so that you can go back and watch it if you're interested in going back and watching it. So with the way that it works out, because they have the phone calls that come in and we talk to people, like last night we talked to Craig Delong of Rockstar Husky XC1 in GNCC and Josh Merritt XC1 ATV with GNCC. Because of the way that the audio works, you guys wouldn't have been able to hear their side of the conversation, just our side. So I figured if you're really that interested, just type Splitline Off-Road in Facebook or YouTube and it will pop up. The show went pretty good. I definitely enjoyed it. A little bit different having 3 hosts and 1 guy on the telephone. Those guys have done it a lot, so they kind of, you know, they know the feel and they have little cues that they read off of each other. Being the third man in, a little bit different, you know, but it took me a second to kind of catch on. But overall, I think once I kind of got it figured out, it went very well. So if you're interested in seeing it, jump on over to that. By that I mean their YouTube or Facebook. I just wanted to say thank you to all my friends and the Sunstar Squad guys that jumped on last night just to kind of check it out, see what was going on. I appreciate you guys. I tried to keep up with the comments, at least on Facebook, as best as I could while we were doing the show. I'm sorry if I missed some of them, but I appreciate it. Other than that, we're just chasing those white lines out of West Virginia. Got about a 5-hour ride home. So I am about an hour into it. I wanted to get outside of town before I turned on the camera. like always, if I catch something interesting, I'll try to catch it on film. Well, here we are at the end of another fun-filled weekend. I didn't really do anything after the Splitline show. I ended up just hanging out with my kids, going to the zoo, did some stuff on the toy hauler, and just hung out with the family. Put work aside for a weekend for the most part. Did watch the GNCC races on Racer TV. It's great that Racer TV has the ability to stream live pro races from anywhere. So I'm always happy about that. I'm glad GNCC has started back up. Glad to read all the fun silly season stuff for the Supercross motocross stuff as well. Caught up on a lot of that. Other than that, I didn't do much. Nothing really with racing at all this weekend. It was a weekend off, so I took the weekend off. We'll see how it all goes though. I'm pretty excited that this time of year, especially for me, is always exciting because I have a handful of large races that are coming up. We have the Burr Oak. I think about every other year I make it to the Mountaineer. This year I didn't make it to the Mountaineer, but I did watch live timing almost all day, and I also watched the broadcast on Racer TV, so it was kind of like I was there, but there's nothing quite like a GNCC actually being there. What else did I do? Like I said, we have the Burr Oak that comes up this month, and then a week off, and then we have Ironman. If you've never been to Ironman GNCC, it is the rowdiest, most fun time. Like, there's a lot of people that say if you're only going to make one GNCC, make sure it's Ironman, and I can definitely see how that holds true. I've been to quite a few of the tracks. I hear Sean coming in. I don't know if the microphone is picking it up, but he rode his two-stroke to work today. So let's go sneak up on him real quick. Hey. Got that vintage two-stroke. But yeah, Ironman, which comes up at the end of October. I'm excited about that. It should be a lot of fun. And then we also race in Kentucky twice this month. And then we just kind of hang out. I'm kicking around going out to the Works. I think it's their last weekend, November 4th and 5th, kicking around that. We'll see how it goes. I'm not sure yet. It looks like it could be fun. It's racing at the old Buffalo Bills Casino, which if you've ever driven from Los Angeles to Las Vegas, you've seen it. So, it should be pretty fun. Hey. So, we'll see how it goes. I'll keep you guys updated. Be ready for some more local races coming in, as well as a few nationals. The national videos will probably be a little bit longer because there's literally 2 days of racing and I think 8 total races in one weekend. So it should be pretty fun. Hopefully we get some good footage. And until next time, I guess next time would be until next weekend. Peace.